What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on my social media, Instagram and Twitter, A Connection TV, letter A Connection TV. That'll be dope. And let's get into this. If you are dying to watch the Mona Simone review, you can go to our platform, watchactv.com. Our platform will also be available on Roku and Amazon TV very, very soon. Right now, it is available online and via Apple and Android mobile devices. So, we are on episode 4, and it's called Survival of the Baddest. And, you know, as I do my commentary on this series, I'm going to speak specifically about each episode. This show is not embedded into my psyche that badly for me to remember every little thing that happened throughout the entire season. So we're going to talk about it episode per episode. Okay. Right off the rip, Milan Christopher is running this show. Like, he is like the anchor of the show. His narration is on point. His commentary and what he's talking about scene to scene is on point. His wardrobe is on point. He's the sexiest one in the cast. This man, I mean, he's the show, really, the true anchor of the show. And if I had to give somebody else, like, you know, I'll say the top 4 right now that's carrying this whole show is Milan first. Excuse me. Milan first. Moolah second. Carry-On third. And then it's like a tie between Rel and Gutta. And I'm not saying that those are my favorite in that way, but those are the ones that are carrying this whole entire show, right? You don't really need Curtis. You don't really need none of the white dudes. And they could have definitely been replaced and we wouldn't have known the difference. You know, but as of right now, Milan is that dude. And Moolah is only carrying the show because he keeps worrying about whether or not people are gay. And Carry-On, you know, matter of fact, I would put Carry-On second and then Moolah third. Because Carry-On has the whole, you know, my father is Kirk Franklin kind of storyline. And he's interwoven into everybody's mouths too. So, yeah, it would be Milan and then Carry-On. But anyways, we start this episode off with the guys being at the bowling situation where, you know, the baby fought, you know, homegirl's brother. They bum rushed him or jumped him rather. And we all know about that. And the baby and the way he treated, what's the girl name? It's not embedded in my brain. You know, I don't do this celebrity crap. Melissa? I don't know whatever the girl name is, huh? The girl that had like 2 hot songs and then she disappeared and then she slept with the baby, got a baby by the baby, and the baby played her straight stupid on social media. And like, I just don't understand why women's or people in general go after people that just play them so foolishly, especially in public. It is what it is. But the baby had the brother jump, you know. Anyways, y'all know about that. I don't even want to talk about that. But it was interesting to find out that they were there and, you know, Bad Boys was being filmed while that happened. This is really, really interesting. Nice little fact, right? We move from that. We get into the Sprinter. They going home because the party shut down. You know, everybody's fighting and stuff at the bowling alley. It's not a good look. So they leave or whatever the case may be. And we in the Sprinter. Everybody's pissed. Well, Gutta is expressing himself about how he's pissed at the fact that he wasn't able to have fun. He don't want to go back to the house. He's cooped up in the house. He want to have fun. He want to party. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, cool. Moolah takes this opportunity to address William the Baddest, and this was I don't know how William the Baddest got picked to be on the show. I don't know how either one of these white boys got picked to be on the show. It's really, really interesting. I guess they was just trying to fill an ethnic quota or whatever the case may be. Because this boy, I don't know. From episode 1 where he was windmilling and fighting the air and being pussy doing all of that to being in a Sprinter and shaking in his boots because Moolah is addressing him for twerking on him. So I'm gonna give y'all three sides to this particular story, right? Because in no footage of Zeus's recording did they show William the Baddest twerking his butt on Moolah. In all the footage we saw, Moolah was always away from the boy. Okay, and all the little slow motion clips where they showing all that cellulite splashing and flashing all over the place, Moolah was nowhere near to be found. So that's the third point of view, okay? And I'm gonna speak from Moolah's perspective. If the camera didn't catch any of what Moolah is talking about, and indeed William the Baddest was shaking his ass on Moolah, Moolah has every right to be upset. I wish Moolah would have dealt with it then and there, but I guess, you know, public display of professionalism, you know, what Will Smith does not have. Well, at least not at the Oscars with regards to Chris Rock. But anyways, maybe he was just trying to be professional and not start no mess in front of all the celebrity people that were there or whatever the case may be. So from Moolah's perspective, if William the Baddest did do all of that, I understand Moolah's frustration in addressing him verbally on the Sprinter. Now, on the side of William the Baddest, if William the Baddest didn't do that, and he was just like 2 or 3 feet away from Moolah, then all Moolah had to do was move. Like it didn't even have to be a big deal. I just wish the cameras would have caught what the topic was so that the audience can make a safe, you know, just an overall, I have an overall understanding of what actually took place, because all we're hearing is Moolah's side, and then all we're hearing is a scared white boy side thinking that he's about to get jumped by black boys, you know. And so for me, it was kind of like a wash. Like it made no sense for this to be a storyline if we could not see what actually happened. You know, usually in you know, other productions, you'll get a flashback with some slow-mo or a black and white scene that'll show what actually took place. But man, we don't have that. We don't have it. So we just got to take both sides. So I took both sides in. It was what it was. Moolah expressed himself. He gets out of the Sprinter. And, you know, William the Baddest takes it upon himself to leave. You know, he's up in post-confession talking about, I done spent too much money on this body. I'm not trying to get beat up. And in my mind, I'm like, spent money where though? Like, what did you spend money on, bruh? I don't see it. And neither does the camera. Okay? So we move past that. We get to the very next day. We're just going to get to the very next day. It's a setup scene. How do you know it's a setup scene? Because they mic'd already, they dressed already, they looking cute already, sitting next to the pool. So this is a setup scene. And we got Milan and what's the boy named? Texas. I know you're from Texas. I don't know none of these motherfuckers. I don't know who they are. I don't know none of them. But we got him, I think it's Anthony. And they got this setup scene by the pool. They're like, hey y'all, we want y'all to sit by the pool, go over there, we'll light it up. And we want y'all to talk about what's going on and what y'all want to do and how is it moving. So they start talking about the baby fight or whatever. We move past that garbage, and then we get to the point of the fact of the matter is when Rel comes out, Milan is like, yeah, I want to do a song. We need to do this. This is why we're here for. And then I'm like, why are y'all there? Like, what is the point of this show? We still don't know the point of this show. We didn't know the point of Baddies ATL. Natalie didn't learn from that, and we still don't know the point of this show. But anyways, Milan is talking about, let's make a song. And I'm like, okay, cool. They about to make a song or whatever. And then, Rel is like, okay, whatever. And then Milan is like, but y'all heard, right? I'm sure they had heard, but they have to make sure that we heard, and they got to tell us the story. So, Milan proceeds to tell them about William the Baddest, or whatever the case may be. And we move past that, because it wasn't really nothing in this conversation, right? The three boys at the pool, they're looking real thick. Milan is sexy as fuck anyway, period. Rel got cakes on him. I ain't looking at the Texas boy, the Anthony boy. I think his name is Anthony. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, they got some bodies out there by the pool. Anyway, next scene, next setup scene. Milan, can we get you in the dressing room? You get your skivvies on. and let's have you call William the baddest, okay? So Milan listens and he does that, right? Milan looking sexy, cake is caked out. You know, he gets on the phone with William the baddest. William the baddest like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I done spent way too much money and I'm not gonna get jumped. I thought that they were gonna jump me and I'm not here for that. I came on this show to not be fighting bitches. I came on this show to get to the bag. So I am not going to be fighting anyone. And I'm going to protect myself at all costs. Because this body costs. Still don't understand what he paid for. Maybe he paid a nickel for every nipple. I don't know. But William ain't coming back to the house. So in order to continue the story and progression of the episode, Milan takes his fine ass to the other white boy who still got that lipstick mark going across his cheek like that shit ain't held up. That branch, he got that brown, you know how sometimes when you get whipped and it leave a mark, he got that brown whip on his face from the bushes when Darrell pushed him in the bushes 8 weeks ago. At least that's what it seemed like. But he like, yo, what's up? Yeah, I know we got to do this scene. So what we talking about? Oh, William the baddest. Yeah, well, he thought he was going to get jumped. You know, I didn't think he was going to get jumped, but he thought he was going to get jumped, so he left. Milan's like, all right, well, whatever. I'm going to go by the pool. Could we have got scenes of that? We could have got scenes of Milan at the pool. That would have been great. Because Milan, boy, that, baby. We move past that and we get to Gutter and sleeping in Carry-On's bed. And I don't know about y'all, but Carry-On is fine as I don't know what happened in this confessional throughout this whole episode, but every scene he was in the actual episode, he was fine. When he got into the room and Gutter was laying on his bed, I'm like, brother is fine. Teeth looked gapless. He got mad gaps in the confessional, but on the actual episode, his gaps are gone. At least it looked like he looked cleaner. On the episode, he looked stressed in the confessionals. I don't know what's going on with that. You know, William said he spent $20K on his body. I don't understand how. I don't understand how. But before we get to that, I want to talk about Carry-On's confessional. If you aren't dadless, like I didn't have a father growing up. So, you know, my mom, a single parent household, went through a lot with my mom. Father was never there. I have daddy issues, period. So I got daddy issues. Carry-On got daddy issues. I'm going to say it like this, short, sweet, and to the point. Every father should ensure that they are in their kid's life. Every mom should ensure that they are in their kid's life. Come hella high water, you brought this person into the world. It is your responsibility to make sure that you're there every step of the way. It is your responsibility to give this child a tremendous life. Give him all the options in the world. That is the parent's responsibility. Can't nobody tell me nothing at all. I felt for this man in this whole episode, and you know, it was really, really, really good. It was honestly, one of the best moments in reality TV. I would say top 10 and the top 10 best realistic reality moments on reality TV. And I just was here for every bit of it because you were able to relate. I was able to relate to him and understand him and see where his mind is regarding his parents and everything that he's going through with his father. He is hurt and it will never be resolved. Kids with daddy issues can always stand strong publicly a lot of the times, but whenever we come in a space where our father is near or our father is in question or wherever we come in contact with our father, we are a bowl of jello. And whenever we're able to talk about how our father neglected us or how our parents neglected us growing up and just did not give to us or does not give to us now currently or whatever the case may be, it is so gut-wrenching and hurtful. So I was vibing with everything that this man was going through. And it just sucks. Regarding his, charges and being arrested, I'm innocent until proven guilty. I mean, it's real sus driving in the car of someone who has been missing and has been confirmed dead. But again, innocent until proven guilty, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Milan Christopher was out, you know, already tweeting, I was in the house with a killer and da-da-da-da-da, and I don't F with him and da-da-da-da, F him. So Milan has already made up his mind about the case, but that's neither here nor there. William says he spent $20K on his body. I don't think so. Rel calls William. Why are we still calling this boy? He's not coming back, and we don't need him to be a part of the show. William says that he meditates and he's all about energy. I think when Moolah was questioning him and then brought up the whole, you know, you leaking information, William the Baddest is just pussy, so he shouldn't have been on the show from the jump, and I'm glad he left. He needed to leave. He's just pussy, period. Milan holds the house meeting because Milan thinks he's the boss, but again, I do believe that Milan is the boss, and he states that Natalie told him to be the boss. But Milan is the anchor of the show. It is what it is. Moolah says he's happy that the fruity boy is gone. Moolah can talk without saying fruity boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, all that's unnecessary, because when people are referencing Moolah, they're just referencing the fact that, he has all these issues about gays. But they're not throwing a slur on or at the beginning of his name before saying Moolah. They're not saying pussy Moolah or DL Moolah or anything like that when they mention Moolah. Moolah asks the other white boy, I think his name is William too, whatever the boy name is, because Milan is like, oh, I think it's fake how you switching up on William. And I don't necessarily think it's fake, but I do believe that this other white boy was just flowing where the river went. Everybody was talking that they wasn't vibing with William anymore, so the white boy just was like, well, if y'all not vibing with him, I'm not vibing with him, and this is the reason why. And I think I sound cool giving y'all this reason why, so that's what it is. And he's sleeping on a couch, and he ain't sleeping in the room. Like, he's a bitch. He's not for real. Like, he just needs to shut up. Milan was assigned to be in charge. Gutter says he didn't come here to make music, and Rel says he didn't come here to make music. Milan is like, I want us all to do a song, whoop-de-whoop, let's do a song. And the two guys like, I'm not here to do a song. But as we see in the next episode, everybody seems to be participating in the song. And it seems to be like it's the truth. And it's really dope that Milan Christopher is the intro. The bad boy is the bad boy. Rich is the bad boy. Milan is all throughout this episode. So it just is what it is. I'm really curious to know if they're going to have a reunion, and if they do have a reunion, if Milan is going to go. If Milan does not go to the reunion, I feel like Milan would be what Sarah Oliver was to Baddies ATL. I feel like Sarah Oliver was the crux of Baddies ATL, and Sarah did not go to the reunion. I feel like if Milan doesn't go to the reunion, it's going to be like, what's the point? What's the point? You know, that's how I'm going to feel about it. What's the point? Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Do you think this episode was good? I think 3 and 4 led me to believe that there was a point to all of this. 1 and 2 was just straight up trash. 3 and 4 offered up some sort of substance. 4 being the best in terms of offering some sort of substance. Milan is the anchor of the show. Carry-On is the front runner. And Moolah is right after that, you know? It is what it is. Leave your comments below. Let me know how you feel about it. Doses.